Well, I suppose
We're late.
We are.
Very late.
For a very important date.
No time to say hello
Multiple
goodbye.
reasons.
No time to say hello goodbye. We're late. We're late. Oh, I'm Ken Clink.
Canonsburg UP Church, welcome.
Welcome.
You got church?
Get church right here at Canonsburg UP Church, 112 West Pike Street, Canonsburg. We will love you. We will teach you, and we will bring you on into the arms of Christ. Right here. Right here. This is the boss man, the Reverend Donald B. Coleman.
We're going all the way there.
This is my
Alan
friend,
F. Barker.
Alan Barker.
R.
And I am Ken Clink,
Ken P. Clink.
just the piano player. Yeah, just the piano player. We're late today. We're late today because we got fancy sandwiches and we had to wait on
That
them.
was a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But then we have, so look, allow me to fill you guys in, and then we can catch up on some other
So
stuff.
what happened? You were talking to a gentleman in the back of the sanctuary.
So Ken and I were coming over just a couple minutes, literally just a couple minutes late. But I think this is a story of the providence of God.
Okay.
So we were coming over just a couple minutes late. Go to unlock the door at the front because we're a safe campus for our daycare, so everything's locked. We'll unlock it, and this gentleman comes by. Literally just comes out of the alley between the
ran.
buildings.
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
And he says, "Hi there." He
Yeah,
introduced-
elderly guy, about 60,
71.
71.
71. I thought he looked good. But,
Hey, he was 71.
71.
Really?
I wouldn't have imagined. He told me.
Oh, I gotta find out his health regimen.
So anyway, so he said, "Yeah, my wife and I were married here. Could I come and take a look?"
Oh.
Sure. So he proceeds to come in, and long story short, he and his wife, in 1974,
74.
the minister was Reverend. Starts with an S.
Excuse.
There we go. He and so he grew up Catholic. He's Catholic. His
Okay.
wife grew up Presbyterian. Doris, what's her name?
Doris.
You
Doris.
did her maiden name.
I did. I'm not even sure if she was a member here.
Doris.
Oh, okay.
But
They got married
they
here.
got married in 1974.
Well, they just, I think you ought to be a member to get married just like you have to do now.
Very possible. We could look that up, but
Doris, there's not that many Dorises that go through this place.
no. But they were married here in 1974. He had he was grateful for Vatican II because that way nobody had to become Catholic in order. So,
Oh, yeah.
so Reverend Skews was so amenable. He said, "I know a minister over at St. Pat's," and so in Ald, I believe, Father Ald.
No, that was the name I gave you today for my
No, I know. No, I think this
So
was
there's
also.
two ministers.
Yep. Catholic and
Oh, really?
Anyway, they got married here.
I don't
and,
remember that.
He poured his heart out because about a year and a half ago she passed away from lung cancer.
Oh,
So they have two sons, and he was just kind of sharing a story, and it was an example of again the perfect timing. That He was able to come in here, both just see, but also unburden his heart a little bit. And
did he know who he was talking to?
I mean, he Reverend, I introduced myself as Don, but we connected on that. But it was,
Did he know you were the pastor?
I think so. I think you figured it out.
Well, so, I mean, did he ask, do you work here?
Yeah, I sweep the floors.
Okay.
I wash the feet.
Okay.
You
You wash the feet? Oh boy, that's a good one.
yeah.
Never mind feet, okay?
Agreed.
Never happened.
Agreed.
I would rather die.
But I was there. I was listening, which was the theme of our retreat this weekend. Was listening to God, and here was an example.
Well, why did you have listening and we had fear?
Because I didn't choose what what Reverend Mary was going to preach on. You invite somebody in, and you gotta.
Well, he went in Isaiah, and that's where you were last week. And I was thinking, well, he's just carrying on with Coleman.
No, he had his own thing.
And he actually had papers.
What do you mean papers?
He had a sermon this week.
What do you mean?
I mean, he had notes in front of him.
Oh, and usually he's not.
No,
He's off the cuff.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I thought he did this with him a couple times.
Did you?
So, yeah.
Well, I enjoyed his sermon. He made valid, distinct points about fear and how debilitating it can be for us as Christians.
Awesome. I was thinking about, in my head, there's always a bunch of series. I'm like, oh, I think it'd be a really good thing to explore this. That's one of them. I would really like to go through because there's so many things.
Well, you scare me anyhow.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
But today is Wednesday, February the 21st.
And in just a few days,
In just a few days, something spectacular is happening.
Scout Sunday.
Scout Sunday is happening,
And then in the afternoon,
at 4 o'clock
we have a rededication service celebration
of this
in
grand
here. It's going to be marvelous.
Yep.
We've got in person and on video ministers from the past. We've got several wonderful musical selections.
It's wonderful,
Even you were going to play a little bit of it.
marvelous that you should care for me. It's awful nice. It's paradise. I got nothing more.
It sounds like a song that I vaguely
Singing in the
recall.
rain.
Hmm?
Singing in the rain?
No, is it?
No, that's Cole Porter.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But that's what's Sunday afternoon. Before we even get there, we got to look back.
Gotta look back.
What was how was it the retreat? Pine Springs Camp. What was your favorite part? What did you think?
Leaving?
When Dawn sat down. What was your favorite part?
The food?
Food was good.
Okay.
It was.
Did he cook? Who cooked?
Ellie cooked.
Who?
Ellie Davis.
Oh. She works there?
Yeah.
Like you work here?
She's the
Only she cooks
she's
real
married
food.
to the executive director and
what's her
she
name?
oversees Greg.
Great, yeah.
I guess it was the study sessions that we had. The
Okay.
study session we had on Saturday morning.
Cool. Wow.
Did you play any games?
You know, all followed by the euchre games we had on Friday night.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was worship?
I think it was pretty good.
Did you lead it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. Yeah.
What time did you guys have worship on
We
Sunday?
thought about going live.
10,
And by we, I mean I thought about it.
Yeah.
No, it was 9.
9.
I had said 10. In my mind, I thought we were 10. But it was 9.
It was 9?
And then it went a little long. Not because...
Oh yeah, we had.
There's a
we had-
surprise.
We had pie shops, cinnamon rolls.
It went
For
long.
breakfast, and then we had the service, and then we had brunch. Right
Oh, how surprising. It went long.
You know why it went long? We ended with
We
a
sang 15 songs.
we had a veritable request of, oh wait, can we sing? Oh, can we sing? So
It was your daughter doing it too.
she asked for one.
Okay.
Well, here was the sad thing. So she's like, asked for a song as we're kind of closing. Because we'd already gotten, I think we got like 3 or 4 songs. You know, we got one little boy who was, oh, can we sing this? Can we sing I Can Only Imagine?
Oh.
Okay, we can sing this. Oh, can Bria says, can we sing this other song? And I thought the song that she'd asked for was the song that we ended up singing. And she's like, no, that wasn't the song, it was this other. So we sang at least 3 or 4 songs at the end. And I finally looked at the time and I'm seeing these grown adults at their stomachs groaning.
Of course.
Yeah, so.
Like mine was.
Yeah. But there was.
No, that wasn't it. Our stomachs were growing. We just didn't know the song.
Oh.
So you had,
That was-
out of 50 people, you had 7 people who
I saw Bria.
maybe knew a little bit of the song.
I saw Bria's list and I didn't recognize any of them. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I told you I had Lori out in my car last night
Mhm.
and the radio was on low and she said, Kenton, are you listening to Caleb? And I said, what choice do I have? I have no other choice.
And you also said, you can hear that?
Well,
I didn't know it had the radio on.
And she said the cigarette smell didn't bother her?
Lori?
Yeah.
Oh no. My car, she's not gonna say nothing. Now, I can't smoke in her house, though. Not happening. Not happening.
In addition to euchre, there was chess and
Was there
cornhole
euchre?
and
Yeah.
ping pong
Was there a euchre?
and a lot. Yeah.
Oh,
Are you a euchre player?
yeah.
There you go.
I haven't played euchre. I miss it.
We stayed away from the Canadian rules.
Well, he looks at me when I tell him about my euchre like I'm crazy. But anyway,
Indigestion?
yeah, I got the hiccups. It's been happening the last couple of days.
Sorry about that.
It's okay, because here's what happens when I hiccup, my ear cracks.
Okay.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Now, the three of us have also been talking about something else. We lost a very valuable church member on Saturday. Chris Hamilton passed away very suddenly, and we've been lamenting ever since that. Yeah.
2 weeks ago today, you might, if you
Yeah,
watch
right.
regularly, you might remember
There were
was flashes. Were you with us 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago? Yeah, so there was flashes, and we mentioned Chris was
Taking pictures.
She took our staff photos. If you've been on our website recently, our revamped website, then you see her fingerprints all over that. Every photo, virtually every photo that's on there, was taken by Chris. She, every vacation Bible school, she would take a gazillion photos.
Well, 150 at least, because
Every
150
single
kids.
child
Yeah.
got their own photo taken,
Yeah.
and then all throughout.
She's taken my picture so many times over the years. It's just, and the posts on social media have been nothing but people are just.
I called her up one time. We were only here for maybe 2 years, maybe, and I asked if she'd be willing to take take some family photos for us. And she not only came at within like a day or two notice, came outdoors up at the park. But gave us all the photos, touched them up, and just gave them to us.
A wonderful, wonderful lady.
I guess what takes you by surprise is when she appeared to be fine.
Yep.
You know, a week
She just
before,
had-
and
yeah.
she had surgery a couple months ago on her shoulder,
Yeah.
and she was recovering great from that. She was just getting back to starting to play one-handed and
Yeah,
and
and
bell
bell choirs,
choir.
yeah.
She came and introduced a couple new members to our bell choir group, and everything seemed to be just great. And so
Yep.
that's catches you by surprise when somebody passes away just out of the blue.
Yeah.
A lot more than had an illness, you know.
Just when you think you know what God has in mind,
Right.
He throws that in there. He throws that in there. And I think the problem most of us have with Chris is that there's an obvious blank spot. You know what I mean? There's an obvious one. Not like she got to grow old and, fade away or disappear. There's an obvious blank spot in all of our lives because of that. And it's going to take work to get everything that she done still done by one person. I don't think we'll be able to do that anymore. But
It's funny, not funny, but it's interesting because two things. Will, who came by, talked about his wife. His wife was 71.
oh,
Or he was 71. He was 71 right now. His wife had just passed. Chris was 71
Right.
when she passed. He was, as most of us, in the grieving process, you kind of lament these little moments and whatnot. But it was clear from what he shared that he and his wife had a special relationship. Very clearly loved each other. And I think about Chris, and obviously, I wasn't with her 24/7. Nobody was. But Chris was the type of person where she kind of let you know how she felt
oh yeah,
by what she did and what she said.
yeah.
And
Very gently.
well, I was just gonna say that, but it was. I can't remember seeing her without a smile.
Yep.
And the only time it would have been that I saw her without a smile is when she was either concentrating on the bells or taking a picture. She was filled with joy. She would be coming into worship in these past month and a half with her camera and her lens, You know, and I think just a couple weeks ago, I heard, I think I might have been while I stepped out of the room during the annual meeting, that she took a picture and somebody thought she was asking a question.
Oh.
Again, I heard.
I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch that, so I was wondering if it was when I stepped
No, I
out.
didn't
But
catch it.
but you know, that's just the type of person. I don't think anybody is sitting around here thinking, man, I wonder if Chris, you know, knew how I felt about her, because I think
Right.
it's clear we loved her and appreciated her work, and I think we know for certain how she felt about us individually and as a community in the way that she served and engaged.
She was very caring.
Yeah.
She was, and the reason I knew a lot about her is because she engaged me, and I didn't, it wasn't because I engaged her, and she engaged a lot of people. She knew a lot of people in the church.
She did.
Because she approached them.
And
had
also,
conversation with them.
her family, a Hamilton family, had a history in this church. It may not have been a continuous one, but historically, there was always a Hamilton family. When I was a little boy, there was always a Hamilton family here, and it was hers. And I like that when they go away and come back, you know. And that's one thing about Canonsburg Church. And it may be true about whatever church you attend, but to the people that go to church here, and there were, 30 years ago, there were many interconnecting families. A lot of people were related to a lot of other people through whatever circumstance there might be, but
Hopefully it was marriage, but anyway.
but I would hope so. Anyway,
It's differently.
but there historically, she had a relationship with this church.
Yeah.
She was very proud of that. She was very proud of that, and I respected her a lot. And it just that's another one of those times when you think you want to ask why, and you know you can't.
Well, I mean,
Lucky for her.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
I think at the end of the day, too, why is never the question. We
No.
really, the answer to why is never going to be good enough, because we just want that person with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what you said, Al, about the approaching
Yeah.
Yeah.
is living out that mission of welcoming people.
Yeah.
You know, that's so important.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about a couple of words about saying, hey, you should come up, but it's making people feel welcome.
Well,
you feel welcome by saying, hey,
Right.
hey, what's your name?
Right.
Well, you know,
Or
why have you got crumbs all over your shirt? You know, stuff like that.
I went to lunch with you.
Oh, okay.
Not sauce like it was last week.
Oh, man.
Anyway, but yes, and in fact, there were several visitors this past Sunday while you were out frolicking in the snow. But there were several visitors here, and then there's been visitors the last few weeks.
Yep.
They're sitting right here on the aisle.
Yeah, we've got lots of people who are coming and checking it out, and I think, and I'm
Even
paraphrasing here, I think people are kind of saying, there's something going on here.
yeah, Dan, Mary, your replacement on Sunday, was amazed that we had the crowd that we had here.
Yeah.
Knowing that there were 50 up in the snow.
Yeah. They got out of the snow.
Boy, we got snow too. We got.
I know you
8
did.
or 9 inches of snow. It was nice on Friday
Wow. We didn't get 9 inches, but at about 11:30 Friday night, I opened the door and looked out, and the sky was just full of snow, and there were big wet flakes. It was just a beautiful.
So, as part of our time together on Saturday morning, and this, I gotta tell you, this was the best, because in years past, we had our own adults who would go up there and do the program for the kids, so that the rest of the adults could do something and the youth could do something. Well, this time, we hired in 4 Pine Springs counselors, and they did a program with the kids. And then we had the middle schoolers all the way through 70 something. I'm guessing, I don't know anybody's age, but we were all together. And then at various times we broke up into some small groups, and also into some one-on-one time by ourselves. But as part of the reflecting on that, we had somebody talked about what one of their kids had said down beforehand about the smell. And they came up, remember what she said? She called it...
You mean what Brian said?
No. The other, she said it was glitter smell.
Okay.
And she was so amazed by it. And then, this is something that a current high school had said years ago. One day when mom was getting ready to take her to school, opens up the garage, and Corinne Amos said, "Wow, good job, God." And so right before brunch or lunch that day, I can't remember, I invited everybody to kind of put those two things together. We said, "Wow, glitter snow. Good job, God." And it was, so.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I was always a fan of, no matter the risk, going out when it was snowing and turning the heat up in the car and putting the windows down.
No, I just heard on KDK we only had half our normal snowfall for the winter.
Yeah.
This year.
2 or 3 years ago, it was even less than that. Oh.
And then it's going to turn warm next week.
It's 60 today.
I know.
Oh.
I'm just going to wear my shorts.
I am just recovered, almost just recovered.
Hold off a little longer.
You sure?
Yeah.
But if I get my legs tan?
Well, but Phil, what about Phil?
Phil?
Phil said it's over.
Yeah,
Well, but you can't trust him.
Why, because he's a rodent living in a hole?
Well,
he lives
that was pretty
Town
gravel.
Square. He lives in Town Square.
That was pretty gravel.
Poor kid.
Phil lives the life of
He's
luxury.
well taken care of. He's got
Yeah, he is. He probably gets groomed every day.
I'm just recovered though because our whole day changed with the snow.
Mm-hmm.
When you have the snow, you get to do something that you don't do without the snow.
I remember too, the last time I went, maybe it was 4 years ago, because before COVID,
Yep.
we were there the same time of the year.
Yep.
We were outside playing ping pong. Had a ping pong tournament outside because it was such a nice day.
Mm-hmm.
This time we were snow tubing.
Yeah, I saw.
I created jumps. I created a jump.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah,
I saw that.
No injuries.
I saw.
I was sore. I landed. One time I hit the jump wrong because the run wasn't quite right. The jump wasn't the right spot. Landed on my wrist, and I can actually feel that.
Well,
not fully healed.
in the videos,
Yeah.
I kept on. I could see him when he was there, but you kept on changing hats.
Nope, different person.
Are
I
you
only had
sure?
one hat.
You had a ball cap.
Nope, not me.
Inside,
back.
yeah.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Were you talking about videos just on the slope or other things?
Inside, you had a ball cap on backwards, or no hat at all.
Oh, you're talking just photographs.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Outside.
did have 2 different hats. You're right.
Outside, you had a tassel cap on or something.
I had a black knit cap, and then
Yeah.
I had a Bengals ball.
You were
cap.
so thug. You were such a thug.
I was trying to stay warm.
Oh, well, I'm telling you. But, you do anything for a wardrobe change, even if it's just a hat.
That's right.
I know. I know.
Well, it was cold up.
I know.
It was, 18 degrees.
But not really. I mean, I saw one photo of Brennan with the sunglasses on, of course, laying in the snow. It looked like, who was he with? They had made snow angels. I think it was Brody.
Probably.
I think.
I gotta give a shout out to Jacob Smarslak.
Yeah?
What an athlete.
Yeah?
He won the ping pong tournament,
Wow.
and then he
won the cornhole tournament.
Wow.
beat his dad at ping pong in
Really?
the finals. Yeah.
And beat
They
his
must
mom
play.
and dad in the finals at cornhole.
They must play a lot. Yeah. Well, is his mom a teacher too?
Nope. She's an accountant.
Oh, but his dad's a teacher.
Yep.
Okay. She's an accountant, and we got Mike Amos an accountant.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was up there too.
He was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it
He,
must
he
be
has
nice.
he had some great jumps. I remember seeing him in the air.
Well, there's nothing to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can pitch Mike. You can pick Mike up, and
I couldn't.
yes, you could.
No.
Why not?
Yeah. not as strong as I used to be.
Well,
I was sore from shoveling the snow to make the ramp. So,
well,
yeah.
that's
You're
what I.
supposed to get the kids to do that.
Well, they had done it, but then they had worn the one run so it wasn't, and so we created another run.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the time we finished that one, almost everybody left.
Well, what you used as a wall?
Hay bales.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Then it was safe.
No, it
Sure.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. So there was hay bales over here to keep people from going off track and going into the pricker bushes. And
Oh,
and
okay.
over a little cliff. Okay, so that's what the hay bales were there for. So what they did is they took hay bales from here and moved them over here to
Okay.
make a jump, leaving voids so that people could now go down and go into the place where the hay bales were meant to keep them away from.
Well, I saw a lot of people went. I don't know. If they,
Otherwise, it was a good idea.
oh well, I know that when we used to sled ride as kids, the contest was who could go the furthest.
Yeah.
Bria ended up almost in the little river.
Oh, really?
Well, the good thing was the snow was so deep that if you got out of the
And you were gonna stop.
corridor, you slowed down quite a bit. So those
Yeah.
hay bales being missing over there
Yeah,
weren't,
that was
weren't
well, that
critical.
was nice.
But that was their purpose.
That's a
That was
different
their
kind of
intended
fellowship.
purpose. Next weekend it might come into play.
There'll be no snow next weekend.
That's
It's
a
probably
different-
gone now.
It's a different kind of fellowship than you're used to having.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah. And it was all good until the end when somebody's ankle got broken.
Really?
Yes.
Who broke their ankle?
Tiffany.
Oh,
Tiffany.
I saw
It was all the retreat was done.
that.
You didn't even know about this yet.
Yeah.
So there were like 3 families still there just finishing packing up.
Yeah.
And she was carrying some stuff, walking back, and slipped.
Really?
And instead of bracing herself, she just sat down and
She broke her ankle.
Oh.
Yeah.
she's got surgery scheduled for Friday.
Oh, if they put pins and
Is she
needles.
gonna be a bell choir tonight?
Oh, man.
I think that's a no. I think she's out. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna have issues.
You're
We're
gonna
gonna have issues on Saturday.
I know the bell choir. You've already got issues.
And I can't be a sub because I'm busy.
You're playing the piano.
I hear we've got some super subs coming in.
We do, but,
Some extras.
Oh yeah, we'll have Sandy.
I'd offer, but I've never played bells in my life.
You know, you would
I
like
think I
that.
can get-
It's all counting.
Yeah.
I think we can cover
Yeah.
Have you been? By the way, have you been in touch with your sister recently?
it. Oh,
About
you
me.
know I haven't.
Okay. You should reach back out to her. I wanted to have her come down sometime.
Yeah.
So
And ring her bells.
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's a long way.
Yeah. Well, she's
She's got nothing else to do.
Okay.
Is she retired now? Except for she's got the
And
bell.
her husband's retired too.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, she's got the bell.
Are you retired now, Al?
Absolutely.
And Linda?
Absolutely.
She's retired too. Dawn, are you retired?
I'm putting in my notice.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
When does it start?
Well,
May 31st?
It all depends.
15 years.
Are you sticking around or not?
Well.
Because if you're sticking around, then it's like right now.
And if I decide that this is my last video and this is my
Maybe I'll
last
stick around a little bit longer.
and this is my last day at Canonsburg UP,
No, is this
never
gonna
to
be
be seen again.
that fat chance of that?
Well, evidently because I didn't come to the meeting on Monday and they thought I was dead.
Yes. And then when they found out you're not dead, I said, well, I guess he can
Of
play for
course I
Sunday.
asked.
So on Monday night, Ken had a committee meeting that he was supposed to be at, so. He
And I
doesn't
was
show up
just-
at the committee meeting, so naturally people call him, Ken, are you home? What's up? He doesn't answer his phone. So what are you supposed to think? He
Eh?
doesn't show up at the meeting, he doesn't answer his phone, so then we gotta go knock on his door.
That's what happened. Although
And he thinks people don't care.
it was pointed out to me that one very significant person pretty much shrugged it off and smiled.
I figured if you died, if we found out Monday night that you were dead,
He would've called if he'd have died.
we'd have 6 days.
6 days to make for Sunday.
I just said there's no way that it's going to be more like Saturday night,
Well-
like you've done. So I swear this was a test. But my first year or so here, there's about a half a dozen times I'm in the hospital, I'm sick, I'm dying.
Oh yeah.
He still jokes about it.
Oh, yeah.
But those were real. He had got himself worked up so much that he
No.
was in the hospital, and I'm like,
No, I was really.
Poor Megan, at the last second is, you know.
Do you remember when I hurt my
and,
back?
I remember everything, man.
Well, no,
Everything.
when I had,
Yeah.
I was dizzy. What's that called?
Vertigo.
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 Vertigo. I know you didn't believe me until I went
Yeah,
here.
my back's sore.
Dude.
My knees sore. My heart's sore.
But I show up, don't I?
Wolf too many times?
No, those weren't wolves.
Oh, okay.
There was one time I was supposed to be here for healing and wholeness, right?
Maybe.
Healing and whatever. But anyway,
Special person.
I called him and said,
Not gonna
I'm
make
on
it."
my way to the emergency room. I'm not going to make it. He didn't believe me until I wasn't here.
That's because half a dozen times before that you've done the same thing.
But I was always here.
Right.
Well, I call you every Sunday morning at 7 o'clock in
What's
the
the
morning.
idea behind it? Calling wolf?
I call you every Sunday morning. at 7 o'clock.
Every Sunday.
You know it's me.
Because it says, now, it no longer says somebody else's name, it says your name.
Yeah, we worked
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
It was a glitch.
She borrowed somebody else's phone.
No, I was on a family plan.
His wife's name always showed up.
My wife's name was
Yeah.
showing up. So everybody knew me as my wife and me. But they knew it was me when I was calling. Which,
She never called me, so.
you better hope she never does. What were we talking about?
Nothing.
What do you plan to do?
Yeah.
What are you planning to
Well,
do?
you know what? Thanks for just throwing that right in my lap.
No,
okay?
we're well beyond.
Well,
Oh shoot. Yeah.
I would.
There's nobody watching. There's gonna be nobody watching.
I bet. I bet there is. Viewer-wise,
Yeah.
I alone won last week again. Okay.
Is this a competition?
No, it isn't.
If you don't want to do this anymore, say the word.
The word.
We gotta go back to what we talked about, 10 weeks ago. We need to have an agenda.
I agree.
Oh no.
But sometimes
most
being
people-
open to God's leading.
Yeah, but you know what? Most of the people that comment, in person comment,
To you.
say they really enjoy the banter and that we're talking about.
When they see you out, by the way, sooner than later, you're going to have to get a big pair of sunglasses and a hat. Because you're going to be drowned out by all the paparazzi and
I
people are just going to, you're not going to
Go out incognito.
It's gonna happen. I was at the People's Choice Awards on Sunday night.
Were you? Were you the people's choice?
No,
I didn't think so.
I was a seat filler in the audience.
Ah.
When somebody got up to go to the bathroom, I sat in their seat.
But you could only fill one seat because getting from one seat to another was too hard for you.
But there I was, all the way out in LA.
Really?
Okay, dressed to the nines, to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking good. We went to,
As good as could be expected.
a fancy dress restaurant afterwards.
What restaurant was that?
Spago's.
Spa.
Okay, Spago for me. Okay? And pasta. I had pasta at Spago's.
My family says Spa.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a great time too. The People's
Good.
Choice Awards, yeah.
Why don't you play yourself?
And I think
Mm-hmm.
that I'm going to the Oscars also.
Well, you have fun with that.
Well, you know why? Because
No.
John Williams is old now,
Yep.
and they want to do a little John Williams music,
You look like an old John Williams.
just like always at the Oscars they do John Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I volunteered to come in and play.
Be a seat filler in the orchestra.
Yeah, I'm going to be a seat filler at the Grand.
Okay.
Their Grand is a little longer, way longer. Okay, it's a big piano, so the sounds are you don't have to be really an artist to make the piano sound good. It just does it on its own.
Ah.
Well, you have to be.
If only that were the case here.
If only.
If only.
But here's the thing: you have so many hours of me on.
Oh yeah.
You could go a year.
Almost.
Okay, just keep on sending the paycheck to my estate.
Speaking of that.
Remember, who's the estate?
Yes, I have no idea. Hey, Bible, we're gonna close out though, so we can get that piano, so that I don't sneeze all over everybody. So, let me just
Go
close
ahead,
it.
sneeze.
Question.
Go ahead, sneeze, Tom.
God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Got church?
Oh, he thinks he can make me shout
Get church.
by saying that.
Canonsburg UP Church.
Remember, you heard it
Boy
from
Scout
these
Sunday
lips
service at 4.
right
That's right.
here. Hey, you know,
8:30 and 11 for Sunday morning, 4 o'clock for our special
and you
service
know, you
in
mentioned
the afternoon.
the other week,
Yeah.
that we were about to release our line of apparel.
Oh,
Well,
I saw previews. Stay tuned. I did.
Oh no. We'll be right back.